Hello, dear fans of comedy and subtle humor. Today we will go on an unforgettable journey through the world of one of the most iconic sitcoms in the history of television, Seinfeld. This series, created by Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David, became a real phenomenon, reflecting the absurdity and comedy of everyday life in New York. But behind every witty dialogue and funny situation are talented actors who put a part of themselves into each character. In this video, we will tell you about 13 outstanding actors whose roles added a special charm and depth to the series. You will learn about the fates of those who played the unforgettable parents Jerry and George, eccentric bosses, strange neighbors, and even the owners of the cafe where many of the events of the show unfolded. We will share with you interesting facts from their lives, career ups, and, unfortunately, sad moments of death. Some of these stories will surprise you and open new facets of familiar characters. Stay with us until the end. We promise it will be interesting and informative. Estelle Harris as Estelle Costanza. Estelle Costanza, George Costanza's mother, was one of the standout and unforgettable comedic characters on Seinfeld. Her character was known for her loud voice, hyperactive nature, and constant interference in her son's life, which often led to comical and absurd situations. Estelle was known for her dramatic reactions and tendency to worry too much, which made her one of the show's fans' favorite characters. Harris embodied the character perfectly, adding incredible charisma and vivaciousness to her character. Estelle Harris, born April 4, 1928, was a famous American actress and comedian. In addition to her role on Seinfeld, she also voiced Mrs. Potato Head in the animated film Toy Story and played many comedic roles on television and in films. Her inimitable comedic talent and unique way of speaking made her one of the most recognizable actresses in Hollywood. Estelle Harris died on April 2, 2022, at the age of 93 from natural causes. Her passing was a loss to the entertainment industry, but her work continues to bring laughter and delight to millions of viewers around the world. Jerry Stiller as Frank Costanza. Frank Costanza, George Costanza's father, was a colorful and memorable character known for his fiery personality, inflexibility, and eccentric behavior. His interactions with George and his wife Estelle, played by Estelle Harris, created many comical and absurd situations. Frank was known for his emotional outbursts and unpredictable behavior, and his famous holiday tradition, Festivus, became an iconic element of the series. Jerry Stiller brought an inimitable charisma and humor to the role of Frank, making his character unforgettable. Jerry Stiller, born June 8, 1927, was an American comedian whose career spanned several decades. In addition to his role in Seinfeld, he also gained wide recognition for his appearance on The King of Queens, where he played Arthur Spooner. Stiller was a master of comedy whose performances were memorable for his unique style and ability to create vivid characters. Along with his wife, Anna Mira, he formed one of the most famous comedy duos in American entertainment. Jerry Stiller died on May 11, 2020, at the age of 92, from natural causes. His death was met with condolences from colleagues and fans, and his contributions to comedy and television continue to inspire and delight audiences around the world. Liz Sheridan as Helen Seinfeld. Helen Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld's mother on the show, was one of the most caring and loving characters. Her role was distinguished by the fact that she was always protective of her son and considered him perfect, constantly surrounding him with attention and care. Helen Seinfeld was a gentle, kind, and, at first glance, typical Jewish mother who did not miss an opportunity to express her love for Jerry and criticize his life decisions if she considered them wrong. Liz Sheridan brought a special warmth and humor to the role, making her an indispensable part of the family relationships on the show. Liz Sheridan, born April 10, 1929, was an American actress whose career spanned several decades. In addition to playing Helen Seinfeld, Sheridan also played the famous role of Raquel Ochmanek in the popular sitcom ALF, where she was also remembered for her comedic skills. She began her career in theater and television, gradually gaining recognition for her character roles. Liz Sheridan was one of those actresses whose images have always been associated with kindness and warmth, and her work on the series Seinfeld became an important part of her creative legacy. Liz Sheridan died on April 15, 2022, just a few days after her 93rd birthday, from natural causes. Her death came less than 2 weeks after the death of her on-screen partner Estelle Harris. Liz's passing was a sad loss for fans of Seinfeld and television in general, but her roles, especially that of Jerry's caring mother, remain etched in the memories of viewers. Sheridan was the last of the main actors who played the central character's parents to pass away. Barney Martin as Morty Seinfeld. Morty Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld's father, was one of the most colorful and funny characters on Seinfeld. Morty was the archetypal father, caring but stubborn, with a strong sense of justice and a willingness to argue about anything. His constant rants about money, retirement, and the problems associated with everyday life often led to hilarious situations. Barney Martin brought a unique charisma and comic timing to the character of Morty, making him one of the show's beloved supporting characters. Born March 3, 1923, Barney Martin began his career as a New York City police officer before turning to acting. His acting career spanned over 5 decades, and he appeared in numerous television series and films. In addition to his work on Seinfeld, Martin was also remembered for his roles on The Producers and Arthur. Barney was known for his ability to play warm-hearted yet often erratic characters, making him a fan favorite. Barney Martin died on March 21, 2005, at the age of 82 from complications of cancer. His death was a loss to the television world, especially to fans of Seinfeld, where his portrayal of Jerry's caring and stubborn father was an integral part of the show. His contributions to comedy live on through his roles, especially his portrayal of Morty Seinfeld, who brought many a smile to audiences. Len Lesser as Uncle Leo. Uncle Leo was one of the funniest and most eccentric characters on the show. Like Uncle Jerry, he would often show up unexpectedly, always greeting his nephew with the phrase, "Jerry." Uncle Leo was known for his loud voice, emotional outbursts, and clumsy attempts to hide his petty shoplifting. Despite his simple nature, Leo often got into funny and awkward situations, which became some of the funniest moments on the show. Len Lesser brought a special energy to the role of Leo that made the character a fan favorite. Len Lesser, born December 3, 1922, was an American actor known for his many roles in film and television. In addition to his appearance on Seinfeld, he also starred in Mission Impossible, Rambo: First Blood Part 2, and Casanova Brown. His career spanned over 6 decades, and he was known for his minor but memorable roles. Len Lesser died on February 16, 2011, at the age of 88 from pneumonia caused by cancer. His passing was a loss to the entertainment industry, but his portrayal of Uncle Leo remains unforgettable to all Seinfeld fans. Ruth Cohen as Ruthie Cohen. Ruthie Cohen was a recurring character at the famous Monk's Cafe, where the main characters often ate lunch. Her character worked the cash register, and she became one of the show's recognizable supporting characters. Although Ruthie was not a central plot point, her presence added an air of permanence to the show, and viewers became accustomed to seeing her in the background. Ruthie's role was small, but symbolized the everyday that surrounded the main characters. Ruth Cohen, born January 28, 1930, was an American actress who rose to fame for her role on Seinfeld. In addition to that series, she also starred in films and shows such as Murder, She Wrote, and Miami Vice. Cohen did not seek out big roles, but her on-screen presence became an important part of Seinfeld's atmosphere. Ruth Cohen died on August 23, 2008, at the age of 78 of natural causes. Her small but recurring role on Seinfeld remains an important part of the show's history, and she remains remembered as one of the show's most recognizable figures. Richard Hurd as Wilhelm. Wilhelm was one of the leaders of the Yankees, working alongside George Costanza in the organization. His character was serious and always tried to keep an eye on the affairs of the company, although his actions often led to funny misunderstandings. Wilhelm was strict and demanding towards George, which led to many comical situations. Richard Hurd did a great job in this role, giving his character a unique depth and confidence. Richard Hurd, born September 26, 1932, was a renowned actor who starred in films and TV series such as V, All the President's Men, The China Syndrome, and General Hospital. His career spanned many roles in both film and television, and he was beloved by audiences for his charismatic and powerful performances. Richard Hurd died on May 26, 2020, at the age of 87 from cancer. His passing was a loss to the film and television worlds, but his roles, including Wilhelm and Seinfeld, continue to delight and inspire fans around the world. Ian Abercrombie as Justin Pitt. Justin Pitt was Elaine Bean's boss, and his character added many funny and absurd moments to the series. He was a wealthy and eccentric employer, known for his unusual habits and strange demands which often confused Elaine. Pitt, as a character, was extremely meticulous and fastidious, which made his interactions with Elaine extremely funny. Ian Abercrombie, with his extensive experience in comedic roles, embodied this character perfectly. Ian Abercrombie, born September 11, 1934, was a British actor whose career spanned several decades. He starred in such famous films and shows as Army of Darkness, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, where he voiced Chancellor Palpatine, and Miami Vice. Abercrombie was known for his ability to play characters with aristocratic manners and eccentric behavior. Ian Abercrombie died on January 26, 2012, at the age of 77 from heart failure. His passing was a loss to the film and television industry, but his illustrious career, especially his role as Justin Pitt, continues to delight audiences. Warren Frost as Henry Ross. Henry Ross was the father of George Costanza's girlfriend, Susan Ross. His character appeared in several episodes, especially after the death of his daughter Susan, which caused many comical and absurd situations. Henry Ross was stern and serious, but his relationship with George, especially in the wake of Susan's death, created many comical moments. Warren Frost played the role with his usual seriousness and comedic depth. Warren Frost, born June 5, 1925, was an American actor and director. In addition to his appearance on Seinfeld, he was also known for his role as Dr. Will Hayward in the cult sitcom Twin Peaks, which brought him international fame. Frost acted in films and television for over 50 years, and his work continued to be in demand throughout his career. Warren Frost died on February 17, 2017, at the age of 91 from natural causes. His rich career and contributions to film and television continue to inspire and delight audiences around the world. Daniel von Bargen as Kruger. Kruger was George Costanza's boss at Kruger Industrial Smoothing. His character was lazy, irresponsible, and paid little attention to what was going on at the company. He was one of the more careless bosses on the show, which led to many funny situations. Kruger often found himself in comical misunderstandings, and George had to come up with clever ways to get out of trouble at work. Daniel von Bargen played the character with incredible ease and humor, making Kruger a memorable comedic antagonist. Daniel von Bargen, born June 5, 1950, was an American actor known for his work in both film and television. In addition to playing Kruger on Seinfeld, he also starred in films such as Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?, Super Cops, and 13 Days. Von Bargen was a character actor whose roles often featured seriousness or comic absurdity, making him a sought-after figure in the industry. Daniel von Bargen passed away on March 1, 2015, at the age of 64, from complications related to diabetes after a difficult time in his life. He had been going through serious personal struggles prior to his death, making his passing even more tragic. However, his work, especially his role as Kruger, remains meaningful and continues to bring smiles to Seinfeld fans. Sandy Barron as Jack Klompus. Jack Klompus was one of the neighbors of Jerry Seinfeld's parents in their Florida retirement community. His character often clashed with Mort Seinfeld, Jerry's father, especially when it came to mundane things like the management of the community and even gifts, such as the famous pen that Klompus lent to Mort. Jack Klompus was the kind of character who caused comical squabbles and awkward situations, with his naivety and clumsiness often making him the innocent victim. Sandy Barron brought a special expressiveness and energy to his character, making Klompus recognizable and beloved by viewers. Sandy Barron, born May 5, 1937, was an American actor and comedian. His career began in stand-up comedy, and he quickly became one of the most popular comedians in the 1960s. In addition to his appearance on Seinfeld, Barron also appeared on television shows such as The Golden Girls and Love, American Style. His comic talent and ability to play both positive and negative characters made him a sought-after figure in the industry. Sandy Barron died on January 21, 2001, at the age of 63 from complications related to emphysema. His passing was a loss to the comedy community, but his work, especially on Seinfeld, continues to delight audiences to this day. Rennie Santoni as Poppy. Poppy was the owner of an Italian restaurant and one of the comic relief characters on the show, whose interactions with Jerry and his friends resulted in a number of hilarious situations. Poppy was known for his short temper and odd habits, which made him part of some of the show's unforgettable moments. His character often put Jerry in awkward situations involving the restaurant, hygiene, and his personal life. One of Poppy's most famous episodes involves Jerry refusing to eat at his restaurant after finding out that Poppy does not wash her hands after using the restroom. Rennie Santoni played Poppy with a special sense of humor, adding realism and energy to every episode he appeared in. Rennie Santoni, born April 21, 1938, was an American actor, known for his roles in films such as Dirty Harry and 48 Years. In addition to his film work, Santoni was known for his numerous television roles. He often played charismatic yet complex characters, making him a sought-after actor in Hollywood. Rennie Santoni died on August 1, 2020, at the age of 82, after a long battle with cancer. His death was a loss to the industry, but his work, especially his role as Poppy on Seinfeld, left an indelible mark on fans. John Paragon as Cedric. Cedric was one of two aggressive and strange characters, referred to as Cedric and Bob. The characters first appeared in an episode about celebrating Puerto Rican Day, where they created comical and awkward situations for the main characters, particularly Jerry. Cedric was a representative of the Puerto Rican gay culture and often found himself in absurd situations due to his hot-tempered nature and over-emotional nature. John Paragon gave his character a flamboyance and eccentricity, making him memorable even in short episodes. John Paragon, born December 9, 1954, is an American actor, comedian, and screenwriter, known for his work on Pee-wee's Playhouse, where he played Jamie Rabb. In addition to his work in television, Paragon has also written and produced. His career was colorful and varied, and he contributed to the comedy art form through numerous roles and projects. John Paragon died on April 3, 2021, at the age of 66 of natural causes. His passing came as a surprise to fans, but his roles, including Cedric on Seinfeld, remain an important part of his acting legacy.